we really sending the Taliban $40 million?
Yeah.
We were.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it happens over.
Right now, an employer has more of a chance of getting hit by lightning than be prosecuted for hiring an undocumented worker. That has to change. They have to be held accountable.
It's amazing. It's 2008. 2008. And Trump's just doing exactly what Barack Obama said, but now he's hitting her and all these other things. I just got this email from Pastor JP. He says, I only wish for one other element to the president's messaging. This goes back to spending. I'm waiting for President Trump to highlight...
I'm good. Bit of a cough, but I'm good. Yeah, that thing ended up going a little bit later. I had to stay for an extra half hour because they're thinking about making me they call it VLM, a voting location manager. So I pretty much manage the poll site where I'm assigned to. So I had to do some little extra training.
Really didn't. I was on hold. I was the one who was talking about tax cuts for billionaires because it won the American middle class is concerned about American middle class.
Not sure I want to do it. I like being a peon.
The fact that we have
Actually, PO is what they're called. PEO.
That's the thing that we hate the most, not millionaires getting tax cuts.
Less responsibility. It doesn't come down on me if something does go wrong.
The signs that the Democrats were holding out for I didn't
That's not horrible. It's just,
response.
I don't know.
Elon Musk rifling through your social security and healthcare information? It's like, what are you talking about? That's your thing? And we didn't get to it today. And like the answer's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, what do you think he's gonna do? I don't know what you're talking about. There's like 1,000 people already at the Social Security Administration that have my social security number. I gave my social security
Yeah, I
number
passed the
already.
word on. Actually, I copied and pasted what you said about the.
That's not a good talking point, Democrats. Oh, Elon has your social security. Open up a checking account.
The class you're taking. She's very happy for you.
We didn't get to it today. We'll do it tomorrow. This video that so far 22 Senate Democrats put out. It's the exact same script, the exact same video. They all put out the same times. But I actually went through and listened to the arguments, and the concluding argument that it's like, why is Trump doing all these evil, horrible things? Their conclusion is to fund tax breaks for billionaires. Now, it's an interesting point that they don't say tax cuts, they say tax breaks. That's kind of the focus group. I use breaks. It sounds more sneaky. Like tax breaks. And that's not going to work. That doesn't work, guys. I want everyone to be able to.
No need to be nervous. I got it.
We know that Trump's entire thing is for the average person, regular families. That's Trump's entire worldview, economic worldview in every way. The people of East Palestine and Aurora, Colorado, and Charleroi, Pennsylvania. And all
I'll probably do a stream
the idea that the Democrats
Sunday when we're Saturday when we're going up to see the grandbaby Saturday.
That may work for your base.
Going up to see the grandbaby Saturday up in Ann Arbor, so we'll probably stream on the way up there.
Jan responded to the email that we received as federal employees asking us to report 5 things.
Oh yeah, going to be more spoiled Saturday. Hey Jody.
But the feeling of just like absolute existential dread that I felt typing out a response to that email is something that I wish I could convey to everyone, because it felt like such a glimpse into the reality that they're trying to create, and it was terrifying. It felt so scary and so heartbreaking. It felt much like I would imagine living in a place like what I always imagined North Korea to be like.
of 6,000 things I have to do today for my boss. Yes, I thought I'm in North Korea. Tax cuts for billionaires. We live in North Korea. You guys keep doing your thing. We're going to do the right thing. We
Morning,
need to cut
Diogenes.
spending. We're going to start today. Mike Slater, Breitbart News Daily. Spread the word.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is
It's gonna be a short one because I'm going straight to work today.
Debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit
Meeting
card
at
debt.
9:30,
These
so I got to be
options
there a
may reduce
little bit
large
early.
portion of credit card debt for this.
Interview
You don't
somebody
need to
for.
declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back.
I love interviewing people
Even if
for
you
a
have
company,
bad credit.
and that person's going to make twice as much as me.
All right,
I have
stuff at work.
Well, I mean, I can go to Michael's too. They make something.
As the cost of living continues to skyrocket, and check what debt reduction you may qualify for. Call 800
God, I didn't know there was so much money in cement sales.
553-6800. Once again, that's 800-553-6800.
The Cozy Earth bamboo sheets are the nicest thing yellow in the Slater home. They're unbelievable. We love. I think about them in the day.
Yeah, apparently, there's a lot of money in cement sales.
Say these sheets are critical medical conversion. And we said, well, we need more from Cozy Earth because the quality of these sheets are something else. And so many times, Cozy Earth has called Lux bed sheets. They're huge, super absorbent, provide enough softness.
Well, that's bid sales. That's not what this is doing. This guy is not a bid. He's like literally going to like new construction, making sales to them. Yeah, they have a different department for that. That's not even sales. It's all about connections. Yeah. But yeah, it's not contracts. It's like, I'm like, man. Yeah, no shit. Starts at 120. Plus commission.
And delay new life-saving discoveries. The Trump administration has dismissed some of the funding expenses as overhead, but universities and hospitals argue they're far more critical. Greg Clugston, Washington.
President Trump's demand his final ultimatum for an immediate hostage release.
Hey, he canceled.
By Hamas, which is making some demands of its own.
Hamas has said Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are trying to back out of the ceasefire agreement that they reached in January. The agreement calls for negotiations over a second phase, in which the hostages would be released in exchange for more Palestinians held in Israeli jails, a lasting ceasefire, and an Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. Negotiations on that phase were supposed to begin in early February. Many limited preparatory talks have been held so far. I'm Karen Chavas.
European leaders holding an emergency summit in Brussels, facing the very real prospect of their country.
Oh yeah, I got a Keurig. I bring my own coffee to it.
And for the defense of Ukraine.
Plus, with Michael's, they make coffee. Actually, their coffee is shit, though. I will say. It's not really. It's not shit. I'm just used to a dark, heavy brew, and
We talk about relief factor and how
this is pretty light and watered down.
pretty light because of it. If you're dealing with everyday pain, it makes sense you want to try it first. Well, Relief Factor makes that pretty pain-free too with their 3-week quick start kit for only
I keep the old carousel loaded with my favorites.
Relief Factor is a daily
And drink it all day long.
pain naturally. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain temporarily; it helps reduce or eliminate pain. Visit Relief
Knock on wood. I'm
or call 1-800
blessed to not have to have the
for relief factor.
Allergy symptoms
calcium oxalate issues, if you know what that means.
Wait, I'm gonna be a swim teacher. Is a roof a swim teacher?
Yeah, I do too. Nice, dark, heavy brew. I don't mind a breakfast, a lighter breakfast brew once in a while, as long as it's high caffeine. Usually those lighter blends are higher caffeine. Calcium oxalate, kidney stones.
House Republicans are pursuing a stopgap measure to keep the government funded through September, looking to shore up support for the continuing resolution with less than 10 days to prevent a government shutdown.
Speaker Mike Johnson's outlined plans for the measure, which is expected to...
Yeah, and I don't even use the city water to make the coffee either. I use bottled water because I'd rather have the plastic than the fucking fluoride.
Calling the continuing resolution, quote, very important, where Republicans are facing pressure to do so without support from Democrats.
No, actually, I don't have issues with that. I've had them one time in my life, and that's when I was in the fucking army.
6 people arrested in Romania.
My diet in the army was black, unsweetened iced tea. Yeah, I'm not big on sweet tea. Once in a while as a treat, but kind of depends on what I'm eating. But I can drink, you know, I mean, I drink iced tea all summer long. Stop at Speedway and get that big gulp. Ah, yeah, that fucking sucks, man. It's about one of the worst pains you can experience as a man, anyway. It's about the closest weekend to compare to childbirth. It's like fucking razor blades coming out your dick. Ain't bad, as long as it's real sugar. That's my thing too. If I want sweet tea, it better be real sugar, not no fake shit or corn syrup. Yeah. I was gonna watch them Wednesday just to see their reaction to the joint address. I think that would have been fun.
He's had difficulty finding a new permanent lifestyle, as well as finding it difficult to earn a living.
Watch the old witches cackle. The rumor is all those big girls are on the Ozempics now too, because apparently Whoopi's lost a ton. Oprah has lost a ton again.
No comment from the Ziegler camp.
You hit it?
An attorney did not.
I like the Jabba the Hutt memes of Whoopi.
Immediate confirmation or other comment by the course of Ziegler and the company.
You hit a fold is what you'd hit.
September 2023, claiming that they broke state and federal laws in an effort to create an online searchable database.
Especially with those Ozempic, man, that shit. It's the opposite of healthy weight loss. But of course, drug companies are making lots of money on it. It makes everything floppy. Makes that skin floppy. Instead of exercising and losing it right and tightening it up. The RoboCop hairstyle.
And in September, the judge ordered Ziegler to pay roughly $18,000 for Biden's legal fees. Again, Biden, in the related court filing yesterday, says he faces millions of dollars of debt and is not in a position
Ugh.
this one, not in a position where he can
dude that fucking jammed on his brakes in front of me next to me.
Since then, there's been a slump in book sales. He went from selling more than 3,100 copies of his book from April to September 2024, when the lawsuit was filed, to about 1,100 over the 6 months.
Alright, let me get around this fucking idiot. He's not gonna fucking pass me on the right. Oh no, he's fucking speeding up. Jesus. No, then he fucking gets behind me. Okay, dude, I'm fucking slowing down. That's why I came over here. Oh, you're getting on the turnpike. Gravy. Yeah, I guess that would turn into gravy.
In this period of time, is it possible that the money trail from Ukraine might have dried up with Daddy Biden gone? Well, we'll see. Maybe.
Well, that isn't exactly what she suggested. But yeah, it was still abhorrent. And I doubt they'll fire her.
It was such magnificent artwork that people were running to buy it. While Dad was in office.
She said she hopes he wouldn't. But then she piled on all that other bullshit.
In a totally unrelated to the important issues of the day story.
Yeah.
To give you a bit of a...
Still pretty abhorrent, the things she said.
Steve Malloy, senior E&E legalist,
right.
Former EPA transition team member for Donald Trump.
I agree, Jody.
Well, let's talk about fraud and waste with him. Congressman Burgess Owens on the air traffic control system infrastructure.
Still pretty bad, but of course all the fucking Republicans fucking pearl clutching. I mean, what else would you expect from someone like that?
Lara Trump, host of My View with Lara Trump, and next week while I'm in New York, I'll hand off from the big weekend show to Lara. That's what we had for the gap between us, but Mark looking get up that but she's going to join me now. And then, of course, I'll be heading to our New York City studios tomorrow. And busy week starting Friday, co-hosted on the Big Money Show. Till they let me out of town a week or so from now, and then there's a couple of Fox News and the big weekend shows. So this is the beginning of one of those periods of time.
Yeah, it's just our choice what we do every day.
Trump to stay up and work well into the night, and I know it works well into the night because yet another friend called me yesterday. So I'm sure. Hey, just called me.
Come on, FedEx, merge a little faster. Fuck.
Sanctuary City.
Make me run right up into your ass.
Went to Capitol Hill today. Now, this is an interesting, I don't know what to call it. I'm still checking other search engines. I find it curious that when I searched for stories of Sanctuary City mayors testifying on Capitol Hill.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're struggling, though. I mean, independent media.
That was,
you know?
Newer than, say, 9 hours ago, 22 hours ago, 1 day ago, 17 hours ago. And then
that's why it's incredible that Dan Bongino's stepping away. Dude pulls in 150,000 live views. And then millions of after live views a day on Rumble. And then add on top of that all his radio syndication. What, to make 200?
Did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number? Over the last couple of years, on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around 79 million since 2022. Except Mayor Johnson,
the pig.
Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal
Well, I guess that's what he is now again, yeah.
Referring to the 2022 up into 2024 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of
I'm just comparing the views he gets.
It's 1% of the overall budget of the last.
I mean, he does do the propaganda. Not as bad as like fucking donut operator or anything, but he does pull the propaganda pretty good. And honestly, that's what that 13-year-old kind of was. I mean, it's a good story and stuff like that, and it's pretty shitty that the Dems couldn't even stand for that. But they do the same thing whenever they're in power, and they, you have your people that have gone through this or that and blah blah blah, and everybody stands up and claps, but everybody's supposed to do it. Oh yeah, donut is a piece of shit. I agree. Yeah. Well, I agree on that, for sure. Bongino's more political than anything now. He doesn't really get into the Blue Lives thing and all that. Well, I don't understand that. Well, I mean, you got a lot of fucking bootlickers out there. Come on, you know that. You see their videos every fucking day. People defending piggies fucking beating up on people and shit. Yep, Silo. Are we gonna catch the light this time? Oh, nope. Spoke too soon. At least we're at the light. We can shuck and jive. There it is. I smell electrical burning. Hopefully it's not my car.
The people's budget. The people's budget. Allocated $16.77 billion. Focusing on public safety, mental health care, and investments in young people. Projected net appropriations for fiscal year 2024 was a total of $12.3 billion, representing a 4.1% increase over the adopted FY 2023 net appropriations. I just did that. Brandon Johnston, or Johnson, same socialist communist, didn't have that answer. Well, actually he did. So
yeah, it is windy.
Here's Nancy Mace with Boston's communist mayor, Michelle.
Very windy today.
Mayor Johnston.
It was pouring down rain last night. My backyard is Lake
The
Wickland.
city of Chicago controls all laws.
River's really high too.
Mayor Wu, we are not violating federal law. Mayor Wu, I have a last couple questions for you. Do you believe that ICE arresting a child rapist, quote, threatens everyone's safety, end quote? Yes or no? No. Does ICE arresting a murderous MS-13 gang member threaten everyone's safety? Yes or no? No. I would like to pull up this quote of you where you say ICE's efforts actually threaten the safety of everyone, end quote, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You're a hypocrite.
Can I drain my yard? It would take a lot of work. I actually have a decent sized creek behind my property, behind the fence line. So I'm gonna have to have like yards of dirt brought in to correct my flooding issues. And the thing is, by correcting it, it's just gonna dump into my neighbors. So I'm glad it's not zoned where I'm at, though.
He's just sending 2200 up the Bruckner Avenue in the Bronx while closing down the Roosevelt Hotel. that's the deal. It's transactional.
Come on.
Unfortunately, transactional for the poor black people up on Bruckner Avenue in the Bronx. And there's some
Amish
other
train.
poor people of other ethnicities there as well. I'm sure there's some Latin.
I'm not sure I know what that is.
Some Asian. Oh yeah, and then there's those Caucasians.
I mean, I could do just like a cut.
Yeah, poor people in the Bronx. Poor people.
Michael's is a
Of the illegal
bakery / catering place. They open for lunch. They usually have like 2 or 3 specials, and then they got a ton of sandwiches they do. It's always on the menu, but they have 2 or 3 specials. For a pot of coffee they're on, by 2 o'clock, they usually bring it over to me and the guy that works with me in the office here. Man, it's fucking dead here. Ain't nobody here.
Job by the House
Fuck.
Oversight Committee. Here's Representative Nancy Mace once again. And
Yeah, that would be doable. That way I wouldn't flood the neighbor. It'd still be some work. I'd have to get me a bobcat. All right, guys. Love ya. Peace. I probably will go live today. I don't know how much attention, because I got to get, I'll explain when I get online. I got to get some premium Rumble. Now I got accepted to their partner program. I actually just got a check from Rumble for $90. But yeah, so I got to do 5 hours a month of only Rumble premium audience. So I think most of you guys got a gift subscription recently. So
by the way, I kind of went backwards.
all right, later.